life can be overwhelming. The thoughts in our minds can be so detrimental that we lose focus on what we're doing. Because thinking in circles and reminding yourself of every mistake that you've done can be so exhausting and mentally draining. But thankfully, there's a lot of things that we can do to help with things like anxiety or overthinking. And maybe you don't feel this way. Maybe you're okay with where you are. But for those who don't, or if you need it later, here are some tips and tricks that have helped me over the years. But remember, everyone's different. Tip number 1 is to take the time to think about what you're thinking. And this can be seen as maybe counterintuitive because you can get in the pattern of thinking and overthinking what you're doing. But once you realize that your thoughts can morph and hue your perception of a reality, can be so helpful on understanding you and being more open-minded. And what I mean by this is maybe the thoughts that you're having are based on something that isn't even true. Maybe someone told you something years ago, and you're still changing your ways of thinking about yourself and others because that specific thing that isn't even true that someone told you years ago. Tip number 2 is start naming things around you. If you notice that you're getting in this dark space and you're getting anxious, maybe just like step back and start naming things. For example, a white wall or a blue shirt or a piano. And if you get bored of this, you can start adding adjectives, you can count them, or you can say them in other languages. For example, you can say la pared blanca, or you can add more adjectives like a black square jelly. I don't know, you can add as more adjectives as you want. And tip number 3 is to take the time to think about how little time that we have. The matter that is composed by our bodies is with us moments, bare moments with us. We are, compared to human history, just a heartbeat. And we need to start taking the time to start knowing what we want and what is really important in our lives. And when someone tells you this, they maybe tell you like, live your life like there's no tomorrow and live without consequences because you're still gonna die. But that's not what I'm saying. That's kind of the opposite of what I'm saying. Start thinking about who you really care and love them more and care more for them because you can die tomorrow. And yeah.